Whispers of Heavenly Death from Leaves of Grass by Walt Whitman. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Darest thou now, O soul? Darest thou now, O soul, walk out with me toward the unknown region, where neither ground is for the feet, nor any path to follow? No map there, nor guide, nor voice sounding, nor touch of human hand, nor face with blooming flesh, nor lips nor eyes are in that land. I know it not, O soul, nor dost thou. All is a blank before us. All waits undreamed of in that region, that inaccessible land. Till when the ties loosen, all but the ties eternal, time and space, nor darkness, gravitation, sense, nor any bounds bounding us. Then we burst forth, we float, in time and space, O soul, prepared for them. Equal, equipped at last, O joy, O fruit of all, them to fulfill, O soul. End of poem, read by Alan Mapstone. Whispers of Heavenly Death by Walt Whitman. Read for LibriVox.org by Alan Mapstone. Whispers of heavenly death murmured I hear, labial gossip of night, sibilant chorals, footsteps gently ascending, mystical breezes wafted soft and low, ripples of unseen rivers, tides of a current flowing, forever flowing, or is it the plashing of tears, the measureless waters of human tears? I just see skyward, great cloud masses, mournfully slowly they roll, silently swelling and mixing, with at times a half-dim, saddened, far-off star, appearing and disappearing. Some parturition rather, some solemn immortal birth. On the frontiers to eyes impenetrable, some soul is passing over. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
Chanting the Square Deific by Walt Whitman. Read for LibriVox.org by John Owen. 1. Chanting the square deific, out of the one advancing, out of the sides, out of the old and new, out of the square entirely divine, solid, four-sided, all the sides needed. From this side Jehovah am I, old Brahm I, and I, Saturnius, am. Not time affects me, I am time, old, modern as any, unpersuadable, relentless, executing righteous judgments, as the earth, the Father, the brown old Chronos, with laws aged beyond computation, yet ever new, ever with those mighty laws rolling. Relentless, I forgive no man. Whoever sins dies. I will have that man's life. Therefore let none expect mercy. Have the seasons, gravitation, the appointed days, mercy? No more have I. But as the seasons in gravitation, and as all the appointed days that forgive not, I dispense from this side judgments inexorable without the least remorse. 2. Consolator most mild, the promised one advancing, with gentle hand extended, The mightier God am I, foretold by prophets and poets in their most rapt prophecies and poems. From this side, lo, the Lord Christ gazes, lo, Hermes' eye, lo, mine is Hercules' face, all sorrow, labor, suffering, I, tallying it, absorb in myself. Many times have I been rejected, taunted, put in prison, and crucified, and many times shall be again. All the world have I given up for my dear brothers' and sisters' sake, for the soul's sake, wending my way through the homes of men, rich or poor, with the kiss of affection. For I am affection, I am the cheer-bringing God, with hope and all-enclosing charity, with indulgent words as to children, with fresh and sane words, mine only. Young and strong, I pass, knowing well I am destined myself to an early death. But my charity has no death. My wisdom dies not, neither early nor late, and my sweet love bequeathed here and elsewhere never dies. 3. Aloof, dissatisfied, plotting revolt, comrade of criminals, brother of slaves, crafty, despised, a drudge, ignorant, with Sudra face and worn brow black, but in the depths of my heart proud as any, lifted now and always against whoever scorning assumes to rule me, morose, full of guile, full of reminiscences, brooding with many wiles, though it was thought I was baffled and dispelled, and my wiles done, but that will never be. Defiant, I, Satan, still live, still utter words, in new lands duly appearing, and old ones also. Permanent here from my side, warlike, equal with any, real as any, nor time nor change shall ever change me or my words. 4. Santa Spirita, breather, life, beyond the light, lighter than light, beyond the flames of hell, joyous, leaping easily above hell, beyond paradise, perfumed solely with mine own perfume, including all life on earth, touching, including God, including Savior and Satan, ethereal, pervading all. For without me, what were all? What were God? Essence of forms, life of the real identities, permanent positive, namely the unseen, life of the great round world, the sun and stars, and of man I, the general soul. Here the square finishing, the solid, I, the most solid. Breathe my breath also through these songs. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
Of Him I Love, Day and Night, by Walt Whitman. Read for LibriVox.org by Agnes Robert Behr. Of him I love, day and night, I dreamed I heard he was dead, and I dreamed I went where they had buried him I love, but he was not in that place, and I dreamed I wandered, searching among burial places to find him, and I found that every place was a burial place. The houses full of life were equally full of death. This house is now. The streets, the shipping, the places of amusement, the Chicago, Boston, Philadelphia, the Manhattan, were as full of the dead as of the living, and fuller, oh vastly fuller of the dead than of the living. And what I dreamed I will henceforth tell to every person and age, and I stand henceforth bound to what I dreamed. And now I am willing to disregard burial places, and dispense with them. And if the memorials of the dead were put up indifferently everywhere, even in the room where I eat or sleep, I should be satisfied. And if the corpse of anyone I love, or if my own corpse be duly rendered to powder and poured in the sea, I shall be satisfied. Or if it be distributed to the winds, I shall be satisfied. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
Yet, Ye Downcast Hours by Walt Whitman. Read for LibriVox.org by Alan Mapstone. Yet, ye downcast hours, I know ye also, weights of lead, how ye clog and cling at my ankles, earth to a chamber of mourning turns, I hear the o'erweening, mocking voice, matter is conqueror, matter, triumphant only, continues onward. Despairing cries float ceaselessly toward me, the call of my nearest lover putting forth, alarmed, uncertain, the sea I am quickly to sail, come tell me where I am speeding, tell me my destination. I understand your anguish, but I cannot help you. I approach. Here, behold, the sad mouth, the look out of the eyes, your mute inquiry. Whither I go from the bed I recline on, come tell me. Old age, alarmed, uncertain? A young woman's voice appealing to me for comfort. A young man's voice, shall I not escape? End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
As If a Phantom Caressed Me by Walt Whitman. Read for LibriVox.org by Scotty Smith. As if a phantom caressed me. I thought I was not alone walking here by the shore, but the one I thought was with me as now I walk by the shore, the one I loved that caressed me as I lean and look through the glimmering light, that one has utterly disappeared, and those appear that are hateful to me and mock me. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Assurances by Walt Whitman. Read for LibriVox.org by Scotty Smith. I need no assurances. I'm a man who is preoccupied of his own soul. I do not doubt that from under the feet and beside the hands and face I am cognizant of are now looking faces I am not cognizant of, calm and actual faces. I do not doubt but the majesty and beauty of the world are latent in any iota of the world. I do not doubt I am limitless and that the universes are limitless. In vain I try to think how limitless. I do not doubt that the orbs and the systems of orbs play their swift sports through the air on purpose, and that I shall one day be eligible to do as much as they, and more than they. I do not doubt that temporary affairs keep on and on millions of years. I do not doubt interiors have their interiors, and exteriors have their exteriors, and that the eyesight has another eyesight, and that hearing another hearing, and the voice another voice. I do not doubt that the passionately wept deaths of young men are provided for, and that the deaths of young women and the deaths of little children are provided for. Did you think life was so well provided for, and death, the purport of all life, is not well provided for? I do not doubt that wrecks at sea, no matter what the horrors of them, no matter whose wife, child, husband, father, lover has gone down, are provided for, to the minutest points. I do not doubt that whatever can possibly happen anywhere at any time is provided for in the inherences of things. I do not think life provides for all and for time and space, but I believe heavenly death provides for all. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
Quicksand Years by Walt Whitman. Read for LibriVox.org by Larry Wilson. Quicksand years that whirl me, I know not whither. Your schemes, politics fail. Lines give way, substances mock and elude me. Only the theme I sing, the great and strong possessed soul eludes not. Oneself must never give way. That is the final substance, that out of all is sure. Out of politics, triumphs, battles, life, what at last finally remains? When shows break up, what but oneself is sure? End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. That Music Always Round Me by Walt Whitman. Read for LibriVox.org by Larry Wilson. That music always round me, unceasing, unbeginning, yet long untaught, I did not hear. But now the chorus I hear, and am elated. A tenor, strong, ascending with power and health, with glad notes of daybreak I hear. A soprano at intervals, sailing buoyantly over the tops of immense waves. A transparent bass, shuddering lusciously under and through the universe. The triumphant tutti, the funeral wailings, with sweet flutes and violins, all these I fill myself with. I hear not the volumes of sound merely. I am moved by the exquisite meanings. I listen to the different voices winding in and out, striving, contending with fiery vehemence to excel each other in emotion. I do not think the performers know themselves, but now I think I begin to know them. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. What Ship Puzzled at Sea by Walt Whitman. Read for LibriVox.org by Larry Wilson. What ship puzzled at sea cons for the true reckoning? Or coming in to avoid the bars and follow the channel a perfect pilot needs? Here, sailor, here, ship, take aboard the most perfect pilot, whom in a little boat putting off and rowing, I hailing you offer. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
A Noiseless, Patient Spider by Walt Whitman. Read for LibriVox by Joy Fleisig. A noiseless, patient spider. I marked where on a little promontory it stood isolated. Marked how to explore the vacant, vast surrounding. It launched forth filament, filament, filament out of itself, ever unreeling them, ever tirelessly speeding them. And you, O my soul, where you stand, surrounded, detached, in measureless oceans of space, ceaselessly musing, venturing, throwing, seeking the spheres to connect them, till the bridge you will need be formed, till the ductile anchor hold, till the gossamer thread you fling catch somewhere, O my soul. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
O Living Always, Always Dying by Walt Whitman. Read for LibriVox.org by Christine Rottger. O living always, always dying. O the burials of me past and present. O me while I stride ahead, material, visible, imperious as ever. O me, what I was for years, now dead. I lament not, I am content. Oh, to disengage myself from those corpses of me, which I turn and look at where I cast them. To pass on, O living, always living, and leave the corpses behind. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
To One Shortly to Die by Walt Whitman. Read
For
LibriVox by Anthony Will. From all the rest I single out you, having a message for you. You are to die. Let others tell you what they please. I cannot prevaricate. I am exact and merciless, but I love you. There is no escape for you. Softly I lay my right hand upon you. You just feel it. I do not argue. I bend my head close and half envelop it. I sit quietly by. I remain faithful. I am more than nurse, more than parent or neighbor. I absolve you from all except yourself, spiritual bodily. That is eternal. You yourself will surely escape. The corpse you will leave will be but excrementitious. The sun bursts through in unlooked-for directions. Strong thoughts fill you and confidence. You smile. You forget you are sick, as I forget you are sick. You do not see the medicines. You do not mind the weeping friends. I am with you. I exclude others from you. There is nothing to be commiserated. I do not commiserate. I congratulate you. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
Night on the Prairies by Walt Whitman. Read for LibriVox.org by Agnes Robert Behr. Night on the prairies. The supper is over. The fire on the ground burns low. The wearied emigrants sleep, wrapped in their blankets. I walk by myself. I stand and look at the stars, which I think now I never realized before. Now I absorb immortality and peace. I admire death and test propositions. How plenteous, how spiritual, how resume. The same old man and soul, the same old aspirations, and the same content. I was thinking the day most splendid, till I saw what the not day exhibited. I was thinking this globe enough, till there sprang out so noiselessly around me myriads of other globes. Now all the great thoughts of space and eternity fill me. I will measure myself by them. And now, touched with the lives of other globes, arrived as far along as those of Earth, or waiting to arrive, or passed on farther than those of Earth, I henceforth no more ignore them than I ignore my own life, or the lives of the earth arrived as far as mine, or waiting to arrive. Oh, I see now that life cannot exhibit all to me, as the day cannot. I see that I am to wait for what will be exhibited by death. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Thought by Walt Whitman. Read for LibriVox.org by Agnes Robert Behr. As I sit with others at a great feast, suddenly while the music is playing, to my mind, whence it comes I know not, spectral and mist of a wreck at sea, of certain ships, how they sail from port with flying streamers and wafted kisses, and that is the last of them, of the solemn and murky mystery about the fate of the president, the flower of the marine science of 50 generations, foundered off the northeast coast and going down, of the steamship Arctic going down, of the veiled tableau, women gathered together on deck, pale, heroic, waiting the moment that draws so close. Oh, the moment! A huge sob, a few bubbles, the white foam spurting up, and then the woman gone, sinking there while the passionless wet flows on. And I now, pondering, are those women indeed gone? Are souls drowned and destroyed so? Is only matter triumphant? End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
The Last Invocation by Walt Whitman. Read for LibriVox.org. At the last, tenderly, from the walls of the powerful fortressed house, from the clasp of the knitted locks, from the keep of the well-closed doors, let me be wafted. Let me glide noiselessly forth, with the key of softness unlock the locks, with a whisper, set ope the doors, O soul. Tenderly, be not impatient. Strong is your hold, O mortal flesh. Strong is your hold, O love. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
As I Watched the Ploughman Ploughing by Walt Whitman. Read for LibriVox.org by Alan Mapstone. As I watched the ploughman ploughing, or the sower sowing in the fields, or the harvester harvesting, I saw there too, O life and death, your analogies. Life is the tillage, and death is the harvest according. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
Pensive and Faltering by Walt Whitman. Read for LibriVox.org by Scotty Smith. Pensive and faltering, the words, the dead, I write. For living are the dead. Haply the only living, only real, and I the apparition, I the spectre. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
A Paumanok Picture by Walt Whitman. Read for LibriVox.org by Alan Mapstone. 2 boats with nets lying off the sea beach quite still, 10 fishermen waiting, they discover a thick school of moss bonkers. They drop the joined sign ends in the water. The boats separate and row off, each on its rounding course to the beach, enclosing the moss bonkers. The net is drawn in by a windlass by those who stop ashore. Some of the fishermen lounge in their boats, others stand ankle deep in the water, poised on strong legs. The boats partly drawn up, the water slapping against them, strewed on the sand in heaps and windrows, well out from the water, the green-backed spotted moss bonkers. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. End of Whispers of Heavenly Death from Leaves of Grass by Walt Whitman.